What's going on, guys? Crypto Renegade here. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of a metal recovery seed backup called the Keystone Tablet Plus. Stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss this one. All right, guys, welcome back. So today we're going to take a look at a brand new metal recovery seed backup that was formerly called the Cobo Tablet Plus. I'll link above a video explaining now that Cobo has been rebranded to Keystone, and it gives a full in-depth explanation of how it affects you if you happen to currently own a Cobo device. In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing review of their brand new Keystone Tablet Plus and what differentiates it. But before I jump into the actual content, go ahead and check in the description and in the pinned comments. I will have my free ebook on the 7 best ways to secure your crypto. I updated it for 2021. It has a lot of great information on how to really protect your crypto and take control of your private keys. So check it out, it's 100% free. All right, so taking a look at this, we're gonna go ahead and first unbox it here and pull it off, see what's inside and take a look at some of the details. As you can see here, it's a pretty straightforward box, very high quality though, it's not very flimsy, and it appears to be coming with a pad. What we have here also is a plastic bag here with 3 spare screws, which we'll talk about in a second. It also comes with a mini Phillips head screwdriver. This is for unscrewing the plates that we're going to take a look at in just a second here. And here we have the actual Keystone Tablet Plus. Now, this device here it definitely feels heavy. This probably weighs 3 or 4 pounds. It's a lot heavier than it looks, and it's very high quality. So you may be asking, what differentiates this from the Cobo Tablet Plus or even the Keystone tablet that I reviewed earlier, and what makes this difference? And we're going to get into that. First things first, I want to point out that the orientation is different. This is a portrait mode, which is essentially different than the other one, which was the cassette, which is landscape mode. And the difference there really isn't that big of a deal per se. However, I want to point out that in terms of the initial impression and design, initially, I see here a hole that's a little bit bigger. This is designed for an optional padlock that allows you to lock this, which has your recovery seed phrase inside. And we're gonna take a look inside and I'll explain why you need this device if you don't currently have any metal recovery seed backup. But taking a quick look here, if I kind of swing it up here, you're gonna see numbers 1 through 12 here. And what these spaces for 4 tiles or letters indicate is that when you generate or you create a 12 to 24 word recovery seed phrase using any software wallet or any hardware wallet, it creates a set of words, and this is a backup to your private keys. This is a backup to your wallet. So in any event, if you lose your paper backup, if you lose your hardware wallet, if you lose access to your software wallet, you can then use the first 4 letters of each of these words to restore your private keys and your crypto funds to a brand new wallet, which is the purpose of this type of device. So the other thing I wanted to point out is obviously you have 1 through 12 on this side. If you flip it over here, it shows you 13 through 24. If you even have 12 words, this is fine. If you have up to 24 words, this is also fine. The other key thing that I wanted to point out here of what makes this different than the Cobo Tablet Plus or even the Keystone Tablet, the previous version we saw, is that there's an extra number of screws. Now, why does that matter? Ultimately, because you need to unscrew this on each level in order to put in your tiles that will represent the letters to the words of your recovery seed phrase. What's important here is that when you have more screws, it's obviously tighter, it's more secure, and it's gonna withstand more of a beating, whether that be fire, whether that be water, whether that be dropping it from heights, or it shocked or anything like that. The screws are going to stay tighter, it's going to be more secure, and there's obviously less of any sort of potential risk of these screws becoming loose and therefore your tiles falling out. So again, this is very similar to the other device, except this is a device that was actually stress tested by Jameson Lopp, who is a famous Bitcoiner if you've never heard of him, and this has been actually tested and verified under multiple rigorous tests that it is secure and it is a valid device for obviously long-term storage of your backup of your private keys. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out is this is the same quality material. It's 304 grade stainless steel. It can withstand extreme temperatures of up to, I believe, 1200 degrees Fahrenheit or more. So it can withstand any sort of house fire. It can withstand any flood. It's corrosion resistant. It's rust resistant. It's designed to preserve through any of the elements on the earth within a reasonable amount. The only thing that I don't think it will withstand is if it were to take a bullet. Now, hypothetically, if you had this closed and you had it in your front shirt pocket and someone shot you in the chest, I'm sure it would withstand it then. But if I were to take an AK-47, for example, and try to shoot through this, I'm sure it would deteriorate. But again, that's not a practical example. You're obviously not going to get people shooting AK-47s at you. This is designed to withstand fire, water, shock, anything that could essentially weaken the integrity or the quality of this steel, thereby making your recovery seed phrase less secure or less readable in the event that it's submerged underwater or it's presented with chemicals or things of that nature. So just wanted to point that out sort of as an extreme example. Now, again, if you have any wallet, whether it's a software wallet on your phone, a software wallet on your desktop computer, or preferably a hardware wallet, which again, all the links for these are going to be down below with the best possible deals. Any discounts that may be going on at the time you're watching this video will be applied only via my link below. So make sure to check that out on the best possible pricing. But I want to point out that for the Keystone hardware wallet and any other hardware wallets, you're going to want to have a metal recovery seed backup, because if your device breaks, if your device is lost, say on a hardware wallet of any kind, this is the backup that helps you restore all your funds to a brand new wallet so that you don't lose your crypto. I get that question all the time. This is the backup to your backup. This is sort of your fail-safe, if you will. Now, the price for this device, which we'll sort of wrap up on here, is just a little bit more expensive than the Keystone tablet. So this is coming in at $49, which is relatively cheap compared to other recovery seed backups that I've seen. This is, in my opinion, it feels like it's higher quality. It feels heavier. It feels engineered and manufactured in such a way that doesn't feel flimsy or it doesn't feel weak. And obviously, most importantly, is the difference between the one that's $39, which is the Keystone tablet, and this one, which is $49, is you have extra security, extra screws, which again, the other one should be fine under a general stress test, but this is sort of up the game under more extreme scenarios. This could be tested more on a elemental level, if you will. $49 is the standard price. Again, there may be discounts, there may be promos. If you check my link down below, it will give you the most up-to-date and the most accurate information. I'm gonna go ahead and just take off the rest of the box here so you can see everything that comes with it. That's primarily what this is for, but it looks like you have the new branding. You have some Keystone stickers that are at the bottom here. It does give you an instruction guide here, which basically just explains very simply what I was explaining earlier, and it's just sort of a one-time card. There is an explanation on the words and how it all works. You can read this here, and then if you do scratch and do this off with a coin or something like that, it gives you an extra discount on any future purchases, which is really nice. And then last but obviously not least, we have the letters. Now, this is designed to support any variation of the words or letters that you have up to your 24 individual words. And I wanted to point out that these are covered in plastic now, and that this steel can be obviously punched out here based on your various needs. So you'll obviously just pop out the letters that you need in the right order, and then when you unscrew this, you'll slide in the first four in this particular container, which will contain your backups. Obviously, everything you need here is in the box. I have a video doing a demo or explaining how this works. It usually takes, if you're fairly quick at unscrewing and putting in these words and you have everything together, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to accurately and safely set this up. So make sure you're obviously in a secure location when you set it up, and you want to make sure that you have your paper recovery seed so you can translate it directly over. Very high quality product. Can't wait to actually demo it and test it under some extreme scenarios and circumstances here. But this here is the Keystone Tablet Plus review and unboxing. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Check the links in the description. And then I'm gonna go ahead and have you click right here in the top right corner where I'm gonna do a comparison of the Keystone Tablet Plus versus just the standard Keystone. See you guys in that video. Crypto Renegade out.